Hello and welcome to this quick tutorial on Farming Simulator 22, where I will walk you through harvesters. Now, there are multiple different harvesters available to you under vehicles, but how do you go about picking what harvester to use for what crop type? So I'm going to walk you through the different crops and what you need. Let's dive in. To find out what crops are available on any given map, you need to navigate to your crop calendar. Now, please bear in mind, if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, some of the icons on the left may look a bit foreign to you, but the one that you're looking for is the one which has the little calendar and the date in the middle. Crops vary per map, and when they can be planted also varies per map. On this particular map, we have wheat, barley, canola, oat, corn, sunflowers, soybeans, potatoes, sugar beet, sugarcane, cotton, sorghum, grapes, olives, poplar, grass, and oilseed radish. Now today I'm going to just show you some of the basics, okay? I'm going to walk you through these top few, which is wheat, barley, canola, oat, corn, sunflower, and soybeans. The rest of them will be in a separate video altogether. Once you've identified the crop that you would like to grow, go ahead, go and plant it, you do all the treatments, and then it comes to the time that you need to choose which harvester you need. Now in front of you, we have 2 harvesters, 2 headers. Now, quite simply, the headers correlate to the different crop types. This one here is for corn and sunflowers and can be found in the shop under tools and under corn headers. At the bottom of this screen, you can see 2 icons. Those icons indicate the crop types which can be harvested with this header. And you can see the sunflower icon and the corn icon. So if you're ever in doubt, check at the bottom of the screen. Now this one over here, this header, can be used for many other crops and can be found again in tools and headers. All of these here, so please ignore that one, that's a mod, can be used for wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, and sorghum. Now, if you're unsure of what icon correlates to which crop type, you can always refer back to your crop calendar and you can see the icons next to the crop type. So you can see the wheat icon next to wheat. It's a really good way to learn your icons on the game. Now, both of these headers fit to either of these beautiful harvesters. So you would only need one harvester, but you would need 2 headers if you were looking to do, for example, wheat and sunflowers. I actually have here a field of wheat, and behind me I have a field of sunflowers. So I'm going to show you these today. Now, any of these harvesters will work with these headers. But how do you decide which harvester to buy? Now, of course, harvesters are going to be very dependent on the amount of budget that you have. But the best way and the easiest way is to go to vehicles, go to harvesters, and select a harvester that you are interested in on your budget. So the one in front of me here is the John Deere T560. Now, at the bottom of the screen, again, you can see the icons that that the crop types that can go into the harvester. So here you can see the corn and the sunflower is grouped into those icons. That means this harvester can accept these crop types. Below this, can you see down here combinations? Okay, if I click on combinations, this will provide me headers which work with this particular harvester. Now, you all have noticed earlier, there was way more headers than this. There are way more base game headers than this. Yes, there are. But we're looking at this particular harvester and what weight it can hold. Now, again, look at the icons on the bottom. Next to this, you'll see some other little icons. You'll see a kg icon. This is the weight of that particular instrument, that tool. Then you have an arrow, a measurement arrow, 7.6 meters. That is the working width of the header. And then the little speedometer, that is how fast you can go with this particular header. So both of these run at 6 miles an hour. One is 7.6 and the other one is 6. And you can look at the tonnage, it's very similar, 2.5, 2.6. Now, if I went to a different harvester, a much bigger harvester, the combinations, it would show you, would be very different. And look, they are. They're much heavier, they're much wider, but the working speed is always around the same for the harvesters. It's a slow progress. So dependent on which harvester you choose is dependent on the size that it will suggest. Now I want you to be smart here as well. If you're on a small map, you do need to think about driving this harvester down small lanes. So just bear that in mind. The other thing that you're able to do is use what's called a header trailer. And a header trailer is to transport your header from A to B. These can be found under tools and you can find them, bear with me. Are they under header trailers? I apologise profusely. I've just had a little bit of a brain fart. They are down here under header trailers. Now, header trailers, again, it's really important to look at the size. Can this particular header be held by this trailer? A good way to find that out is to go to the tool itself. So let's say we're looking at this particular corn header. If again you click combinations, it will show you an ideal trailer for you to use and to utilize. So it takes the guesswork out. Use the combinations to take the guesswork out. If I looked at this one here, look at combinations, there's the suggestion. If I go back, look at headers, and I select a much bigger header, go back, combinations, this is the suggested header. Of course, if you have a bigger header, the header trailer is going to cost a lot more money. So, next part of this video, we are going to dive in to understand how to use A, the header trailer, and B, how to attach the headers to the harvesters and to get started on your harvesting journey. See you in a moment. Okay, we're going to jump in this Deutz-Fahr and attach to this first header. Now, I don't know what position you like to be in, but harvesters, I particularly like to be in cab view. If you don't, you can go out of cab, it's just click down on the R3 button if you're using a PlayStation controller. But yes, I like to drive straight up to it, and you can see at the bottom it prompts you to attach. Really nice, really simple. Now over here is a header trailer, so if you wanted to transport this header, you can drive to the header trailer. It's a bit easier to see this out of cab, but you can see, line yourself up and drop the header. Drive back and it will snap on there for you. Okay, snapped on. Some trailers have some harvesters have hitches on the back. Can you see underneath there? There is a hitch. So I wouldn't even need to take a tractor for this. I can simply drive up behind it. If I lined it up properly, I would. Hitch it up and drive on. Quite simple. Really easy. and also avoid any traffic accidents. So I'm going to take this off of here now. Nice and attached. Drive up to the crop that I want to harvest. Now here will be a quick point for me to mention to you. In game there is something called crop destruction. In real life, if you drive over a crop, you destroy it. If you want a less realistic version of the game, you are more than welcome to do that. And even though I play the game every single day, I always have crop destruction off. I just prefer not to play that realistic. So, first thing, you drop the header, you spin it up. Sorry, I need to unfold the harvester first, apologies. Okay, and then you turn on the header. And simply, you start driving. It is that easy. It's that easy. And you'll see here, at the bottom, 6 miles an hour is our speed. That's what we were expecting. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to know. You see out the back here, I am dropping straw. This is very, very useful if you have cows, or even if you want to sell the straw, you can. You can pick that up with a baler or a forage wagon, but again, that's a tutorial for another day. If you do not want to drop a straw swap, all you need to do is press and hold L1 and disable straw swap. Okay? And then when I start, it will just chop it up instead. It will spread it out. Can you see that? Really nice and simple. Now, I'll go back around this corner and you can see it's just spraying it out. For me, it is a waste of potential money. But if you don't have, apologies, my brain just went dead there. If you don't have a forage wagon or a baler, this is what you would want to do. You would just want to spray it out. Once you finish your harvest, you can turn off your header and open the pipe up. That's L1 and down on the D-pad. You don't really want to transfer the contents in the harvester. You don't want to drive the harvester anywhere, apart from to your trailer. Now, trailers are used to transport your crops from A to B. So I'm going to drive up to this particular trailer. This one's got a cover on it, so we're going to attach it up, take off the cover, and you'll see the crop is going straight into the trailer. Now, there are a few things that you can do with this crop. You can store it, you can sell it, you can feed it to your animals. It's completely up to you. Now, to store it, you'll need a silo. If you're starting base game, base maps, you will have a silo on your map. This is the one on Elm Creek. Just drive up to it and you'll be told to tip it in. Now, in real life, what happens is you tend to wait until the crop is worth more money. Now, how do I do that? If I go to the menu again and go to an icon, let me just get it up for you. Commodity prices. So look on the left hand side, look at the icon, and now you can see the wheat. Now, there are 4 different places that I can sell this to, which is fantastic. 4 different options: Feed and Grain, Goldcrest Valley, Grain Mill, Johnson's Farmers Market. But is this the right time of year to sell? So you can click square for showing currency prices and price fluctuations. So based on this seasonal fluctuation, the best price I would get is in January. Now, bearing in mind, everybody harvests in August, so the price is going to be rock bottom. If you hold it, you can almost double your money. And you hold it by storing it in a silo. Quite simple, quite easy. If you need the money and you decide I'm just going to sell it now, you can go back to the commodity prices, select the highest price, and then you see at the bottom here, you've got tag place. If I tag it, it will show on the map as a blip, a pulsating blip. You see bottom left, underneath field number 1, there is a flashing blue light. The other thing, which is quite an easy indicator, if I drive out here, you'll see that glaring green glow. You can follow that to the place, the sell point. That is how the GPS works in this game. Now, let's move on to this header. Again, it can be used with any harvester. I'm just going to attach it to the John Deere, but I could have attached it to the Deutz-Fahr. Not a problem at all. So let's unfold the harvester. I'm going to come out so I can show you. The hopper opens up. Now let's go to the header. Now to switch between the two, can you see the top icon? With the harvester, then the tool. Harvester, then the tool. I'm using the triangle on a PlayStation controller to go between the harvester and the tool. Now I want the tool because we're going to... so I can fold the harvester, unfold the harvester. My next job is to lower the header and then we're going to turn it on. Some headers will require you to unfold them. So just keep the controls up and it will show you. Because it all depends on the size of the header. If you have a big header, they will need to be unfolded. And you can see simply it is feeding in corn. Nothing's dropping behind us, it's just leaving the stubbles. If I put my foot down, you see that's 6 miles an hour. And again, open up the pipe and place that into a trailer. I can, if I wanted to, just reverse up to the silo and drop it in straight from the auger wagon, the pipe, and there we go. I can do that if I needed to. So that is a quick guide on the real base game crops. I will do another video on how to harvest sugar and how to harvest potatoes and how to harvest cotton. So check out that video and thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, hit that like button and make sure to comment below and subscribe for more videos like this on Farming Simulator 22.